Hey guys, how's it going? Previously on the channel we were working on this 1969 April Yellow Patio. This is the patio we started on in the previous video. It was parted out by a couple owners that owned it prior to me. One guy took the transmission and some other things out of it. The guy that had it before me pulled the engine out of it, as well as the patio hood, and I believe the patio seat and a few other things. So I got it. It is a 1969. I believe it was a blue patio originally. That's what I was told. I'm not sure if it actually was or not. But now we have it, and currently we have been in the process of fixing it up and bringing it back to life. In the previous video, we took it and we repainted it, stripped it down. I was missing some pieces from it, so I took what I had or what I could find to get it put back together, and we put everything with it, repainted it, sandblasted some stuff, wire wheeled some stuff, and we painted it, got it all set up, primed, painted, clear coated. In the last video, I know that I only showed coating things with one coat of primer and one coat of paint. I actually primed everything with 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of paint, and then I went over everything with 2 coats of clear coat, just to get that cleared up and out of the way. If the audio sounds different, I'm recording this without my microphone. The microphone I use for my camera decided to die, or the cord on it actually decided it was done. So there you go. And it happened right in the middle of filming this video, so nice. So yeah, let's go on ahead, let's dive into this video, and let's get this tractor all put back together. So I guess we'll start with the essentials. I have the front axle. I want to go on ahead and let's get the front axle stuck on here. I just painted this the other day, so hopefully it should be alright and ready to go on here. Try not to scratch or damage it, and then we can officially say that we've put something together. The goal was to have this done for the Wasion, or for the Thrashers Association show out in Wasion, but yeah, that's not going to happen. It's actually this week. Uh-oh. It's coming down. There we go. We've officially put the first piece on. Nice. Luckily that mount stopped it. There we go. Oh shit. Oh, never mind. Oh well, let it go. I cannot believe that added that much weight to it, but apparently it did. It really set it off. So I think the first thing we're going to do is get the steering assembly all put back together. That should be the easiest part of this to do. I actually should take this and get the green paint off of it. Yeah. Whatever. I'll ignore it. I was kind of debating on painting, going over it again, doing a final coat on the entire tractor. Okay, why don't you go in Actually, that'll make it easier. I was debating on going over it all again with another coat of paint, but I'm not quite sure anymore if I do want to do that or not. we go. This side's all done. Let's go on ahead and let's get the other side took care of. And actually, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, I believe it goes like that. I'll go on ahead and get the tie rods thrown on here. To that side. Make sure the camera still sees everything. Oh, you do. Cool. Let's swing this over here. The shim goes up on the top. Might be wrong. I am going to throw wheels on it. The wheels that I put on the front are going to be yellow still. However, I want to be able to roll it around, so that's why. Grease. Wait a second. Unless I'm missing something here. It must not be because now it's working, so. Alright. No, that one's the same way. So I'm thinking I'm going to end up going over the whole tractor with my coat. Maybe two. So now we need to come around over here and mount that plate, hook those to it. Then we got to put the main box in. Trying to something right here. I don't think that's how it's supposed to go, but apparently it seems to be the way that it wants to go. No, that ain't right. Something's not right here. Of course, this won't stay still long enough for me to. There. It's sitting on that. Which it's sitting on because this is. was wondering what that was hitting on. So this one down here goes to this guy right here. And then the other one on that side goes to I said so now this one goes over here. There we go. Look at that. We got it figured out. So that is how I'm putting together everything loose for right now. But yeah, that's how your steering assembly works. And then this hooks up to a main rod that goes up to your gearbox for the steering, and then that gearbox and the steering turns your front wheel. This linkage right here goes there, like that. Yeah. Let me get the grease and stuff off my hands and we'll move on to the next thing. Here's an update on current events. I got the tractor all put back together. The engine, I don't have an engine for it yet. I do not have, I'm looking for a parts tractor for it still. I actually found a well, that's a lie. I actually found a parts tractor for this. I thought that I had been a little bit more ahead in the video than I am, but apparently not. So I guess here's where we are. Tractor's all back together. I stuck the fender pan on there. Unfortunately, I had to go over the tractor again after I got it all put back together and I stuck the fender pan on it. I realized that the fender pan was a different shade of white than the rest of the tractor. The fender pan is actually the shade of white that I wanted. The frame was a gray. It was more of a gray. It really showed out on, it didn't really show out on camera, but it really showed out in person, and when I put the fender pan on the tractor, you could really notice it. I don't see it too much right now. Well, I kind of notice it right now, but I think that's just the way the light's hitting it, because depending on where you stand, you don't see it. So I went over it all again just to get that out of it, and I managed to get that out of it. But yeah, hood opens up and everything. So that's nice. And I also found a headlight bezel. I didn't really find a headlight bezel. I more or less stuck one on there. That is off of my 110. The hydraulic lift 110 that I had. I stuck a thing on it and I took it off and I threw it on here because that one really didn't need it. But yeah, here's underneath. You can see where I got a little bit of overspray on the steering column. I might try to fix that, but I might just leave it alone. Here's a view of it from the back. It actually looks pretty good. It turned out really nice. Personally, I'm not that impressed with it. I think it turned out okay for what it is and who did it. So, I mean, I've heard mixed things from everybody, but I don't think it turned out, I shouldn't say that. It turned out okay for what it is. I'll just put it that way. So here's a view of it from this side, as you can see. Now the next thing is going to introduce the parts tractor. This part is actually being filmed after the part with the parts tractor, so because I never really filmed this part or showed it off after I got it done. I more or less just got it done and that was it. So yeah, let's go on and introduce the parts tractor to you guys. You guys are going to be really sad when you see what this is, but oh well, here we go. So I'm not sure where we're at in the video on working on the yellow patio, so I'm just going to jump in right here and just say it. Found a parts tractor for the 69 patio. So it's been roughly a couple months, it's been a few months since we got into the yellow patio and we're doing any work on it. I was looking around for a parts tractor. I found a potential parts tractor. I had a Cub that I was going to use for the parts tractor. It's actually sitting up there in the left hand corner. I was going to pull the engine out of it and put it in the yellow patio. However, I decided against it because the crankshaft isn't drilled and I would have to drill into the block in order to mount the stuff to it that I need in order to mount or to get the engine set up. So I kind of thought about that and I thought against it after looking into things. Looked around and I found another engine. This engine unfortunately had the wrong block type that I needed. Originally I was going to swap the oil pan off of it and put the correct style oil pan onto it to mount into the yellow patio, but this engine has the wings that come off the side of it, so unfortunately that wasn't going to work. So more looking around, and I talked to a guy I know and he had this tractor, or he told me about this tractor. It is a 1969. It was an orange patio originally. Yes, this is a patio. I know someone's gonna whine. This was a patio one originally. It is a 69 patio. It is hydraulic lift. Unfortunately, we are going to be using this as the engine victim. We're gonna be taking the engine out of it and we're gonna put it in this yellow one. I want to start it up, make sure it runs. I was told it smoked a little bit and it did burn a little bit of oil, but it seemed like in the course of running it, the oil burning was slowing down and stopping, so I'm hopeful that that's the case and we're not going to have any oil burned from this one. So I was told if I throw a battery in it, it would start. I traded this off for my 110. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake. I kind of missed that 110. That was a good snowplow. It was a hydraulic lift 8-horse. It did pretty good. So it was a 1971. So yeah, let's go on ahead and I guess get a battery. We'll throw a battery into this thing and see about getting it going. So here's the new tractor. I was told it ran. Supposedly it runs. Whether it does or not, actually, I don't know. I'm assuming it does. I feel like I've seen it run, but I've never used it, never operated it. I threw a battery in it. I pulled the one out of the 312. There's still that oil in it. It's kind of low. I was told it drove itself up on the trailer this morning, so I guess we'll see. I'm assuming that this valve works and is actually off. It's not leaking. I didn't see it fill up. See if it, oh, it does have a, I think it does have a fuel pump. I thought I saw one. Let's see if this thing will actually start. Oh, it doesn't have a key. Let's see. Brake seems to work. Choke hooked up. I see the things are all stolen off of it. How nice. Okay. Come on. There we go. Give it a little throttle. Sounds like it's got a knock. Don't know, but it actually runs pretty good. That knock might be the hydraulic pump. Nice. Stuff moved, and once I do that, I want to check that transmission, and I want to see how that transmission is. Well, we'll see how it does. Seems like a pretty good engine. So, I think this tractor should make a pretty good parts candidate for the yellow one. I'm so tempted to save it, but at the same time, it's not what I'm looking for. I want a manual lift. So that's kind of unfortunate in that regard. However, I do have plans for just about every piece of that tractor. So it's not going to be scrapped, it's not going to be thrown away. The frame, I have a use for, I believe I have a use for that frame. The engine, I know I have a use for the frame. The hydraulic lift, I know I have a use for that. Gas tank on that, I have a use. All the wiring harness, the fender pan, I don't quite know yet. It's pretty well tore up, so that will probably be gotten rid of. I was going to use the grill off of it for this patio, but unfortunately that's the wrong grill. That's the wrong type of grill. I don't need that grill. I was hoping for one of them that fold, but nope. Oh well. So yeah, that is the new parts tractor for the yellow patio. I know a lot of people out there are going to have disagreements with me on that. If you have a better tractor that I could use, then bring me your suggestions, but at the moment this is what I have, so this is what we're going to use. I think this is where I'm going to end the video. I think we've got enough done on this tractor that we can start another video. I guess next video is going to be taking this tractor, stripping it down, and getting it set up and ready. Actually, I might throw a mower deck under this one and try it out and see how it does before I commit to stripping it down, because I kind of wouldn't mind seeing how it performs. Don't know, I guess we'll see. So yeah, alright guys, thanks for watching, take care, bye.